Right now, the one-year anniversary of the overturning of Roe v. Wade. We look at how reproductive rights have changed since. Also, the search for James Yablonsky will resume tomorrow, how you can help. And one last hurrah for the Baraboo Circus Elephants. We check out today's parade in Sauk County. That's all coming up at 10. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Arman Rahman. We are finally getting that long-awaited rain that we've been needing. Let's head outside for your first warm forecast with meteorologist Jacob Montesano, and I can hear those raindrops.
Yeah, it's actually come down pretty hard over the last 30 minutes or so. Just before you tossed to me, there was a bit of a thunder out here, so that's definitely some good news. If we take a look at the current radar, that rain is spreading into south central Wisconsin, with the heaviest still being to the south of Madison. If we zoom in a little bit closer, the heavier rain to the south actually produced a severe thunderstorm warning earlier in the evening, but right now there aren't any warnings in Wisconsin, but there are some just to the south of us across northern Illinois. There is still a possibility we do see a severe thunderstorm warning in southern Wisconsin, but as the night progresses, they'll be less likely to see severe weather, but we are going to continue to see some rain. And as I mentioned, right now it's pretty moderate to, if not heavy. It's actually picking up as I speak right now. There is still a marginal risk for severe weather across southern Wisconsin. In the southwestern portion of the state, though, that slight risk is probably no longer active since the line of storms has already passed through. Looking at future track, this is going to continue for the next few hours. It will dry out a bit, but then more rain is expected to impact our area for tomorrow and Monday as well. Look at the current temperature, still 78 degrees in Madison at this hour. 60s off to the west where the storms have passed. Temperatures will continue to drop throughout the night, but the high temperatures today were very hot, highs in the lower 90s, but we're not going to see high temperatures anywhere close to this for the next week or so after the rainfall. I'll have the details all coming up a bit later in the show.
Jacob, thank you. And stay up to date on the weather on our First Warn Forecast weather app. It has hourly forecasts, road conditions, and the latest radar. You can download it for free in your phone's app store. Just search WISC Weather.
Honestly felt devastating and still feels devastating, almost surreal.
And today marks the one-year anniversary of the U.S. Supreme Court decision to overturn Roe v. Wade. Since the ruling, 14 states have banned or severely restricted abortion, mostly in the South, as well as here in Wisconsin, which reverted back to the state's 1849 ban. Opponents and supporters of reproductive rights are rallying across the country this weekend. In D.C., former Vice President Mike Pence spoke at a rally to commemorate the first ever Celebrate Life Day. CBS's Michael George has a look at how the changes to laws and abortion access have changed over the past year.
Abortion is health care.
Supporters of abortion rights aren't giving up. 1 year since the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade.
It never ends. You can fight down an abortion ban 1 year and they'll bring it up the next year. So it's a constant battle.
Anti-abortion rights advocates celebrated the anniversary.
For the first time in 50 years, we have a path to make abortion illegal and unthinkable in Pennsylvania.
Today, access to abortion depends on where you live. 26 states have banned or limited access to abortion since the Dobbs decision. 16 have strengthened the right to an abortion. 8 have a mix of restrictions and protections. Dr. Kylie Cooper moved out of Idaho. She says she can't provide adequate care for women under restrictive abortion laws.
It was too much and it was too risky. And so we made the decision to leave.
A CBS News poll found 57% of Americans view overturning Roe v. Wade as bad for the country. Friday, President Biden signed an executive order expanding access to all contraceptives approved by the FDA, including those that induce abortions. Democrats are hoping to rally voters around the issue.
The United States Congress must put back in place what the Supreme Court took away.
Meanwhile, former Vice President and Republican presidential candidate Mike Pence is campaigning for a 15-week federal abortion ban. Today, he called on his GOP rivals to do the same.
We will never rest and never relent until we restore the sanctity of life to the center of American law in every state in the land.
So right now, the abortion debate is primarily being fought in state legislatures and the courts, but there is no question this is going to be a big campaign issue in the fall and in 2024. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
And tomorrow, the family of 13-year-old James Yablonsky will resume search efforts. According to a Facebook post, a public search will begin at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, with all participants meeting at Badger Ammunition, and it will search the east side of the road towards Devil's Lake State Park. Yablonski has been missing since June 12th, and according to Sauk County Sheriff's Office, he's better prepared for the woods than they first thought and potentially evading law enforcement to live off the grid. He is believed to have a gun and a knife, but is not a threat to himself or others. Make sure to stay with Channel 3000 on air and online for the latest information. Some Stoughton residents celebrated the helpfulness their community has shown to new refugees who moved to the area. The organization Stoughton Resettlement threw a picnic with cultural food, music, and other activities. It was used to welcome the new Ukrainian and Venezuelan refugees. Relocating to the city just southeast of Madison, 45 new faces make up those families.
Trying to adapt and feel like they belong. And this is working today. We're so happy. We've had so many people that have been so generous. And my main goal is everybody that comes here leaves here with a smile. And it's working.
With help from community members and businesses, Stoughton Resettlement volunteers assist resettled families with food, clothing, school, and more. Well, what's not to love about beer and dogs? That was the question being asked at Pints for Pups earlier today. This special event put on by Fetch Wisconsin Rescue combined foster dogs in need of adoption with the release of a special IPA from Carbon 4 Brewing. Dubbed the Making Fetch Happen IPA, the beer helps support the rescue of dogs in Madison, and Fetch believes their approach of having dogs live with foster volunteers helps to make the animals they rescue extremely adoptable.
The dogs really get to experience like a home environment. So, you know, shelters do amazing work. We have a great shelter here in Madison, but, you know, it's still not the same as being in a home.
Any purchase at Carbon 4 this month will come with the option to give a donation to Fetch. Proceeds from the sales of the Making Fetch Happen IPA will be donated to Fetch for as long as the specialty beer lasts. Thousands made their way to Baraboo today to see the city's circus parade and what was the final curtain call for some big performers. Our Will Keneally reports.
It was all smiles in downtown Baraboo this morning.
This is the most fun parade that I've ever been in.
As the city held its Big Top Parade and Circus celebration, featuring bands, performers, and of course, clowns.
And the last few years we've been in the grocery cart, which is fun. Yeah, loads of fun. We gotta hang on, you gotta hang on, but it's fun. You're way up high so you can see everybody and you don't have to walk it.
It's just a big day here to celebrate the circus and everything it brings to town and everything it used to bring to town back when the Ringling Brothers were here.
Baraboo, Wisconsin is home to the Ringling Brothers, notable circus entertainers who toured in the 18 and 1900s, including with everyone's favorite.
Did you have a favorite part of the parade?
Yeah, it was like the elephants.
This year is the last for the Circus World elephants that made their trek through Baraboo today. Later this year, they will retire to a sanctuary in Oklahoma.
There's still elephants in town, no matter what. People have elephants in front of their yards, and there's, elephant statues down the road on Broadway.
Yeah,
we had to go on the elephant ride since they're going to be gone. So.
Yeah.
One piece of advice, though, while on the parade route.
We're so excited to have you guys here. I want to tell you my joke about pizza.
Don't do what I did. Just say no.
Never mind. It's too cheesy. We love Wisconsin. Thanks for coming. Woo!
Reporting from Baraboo, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
Yeah, don't let him fool you. Will loves those cheesy jokes. And Baraboo held events throughout the day, including a Big Top Circus performance. And News 3's very own Charlotte Deleste was one of the parade's judges this year, alongside Craig Culver and Allison Dairyland there. She snagged some pics in the car and with the elephants before they jumped into retirement. And now to a traffic alert. Drivers on Atwood Avenue will notice a change in traffic patterns beginning on Monday. Northbound drivers will now use the newly paved lane on the Lakeside side of the street between Walter and Oak Ridge Avenues. Southbound drivers will continue to detour from Fair Oaks Avenue to Milwaukee Street to Stoughton to Cottage Grove Road. Pedestrian walkways at the Walter Street intersection are set to reopen Monday, and all travelers should plan to use Walter Street as the main access point to and from Atwood Avenue, Dennett Driver, and Margaret Street. Olbrich Avenue will not be accessible from Atwood during construction, and pedestrians walking south toward Olbrich Park from Fair Oaks Avenue should use the sidewalk on the lakeside of Atwood. Well, authorities in Montana have identified some of the material that leaked when a train derailed in Stillwater County this morning. The train was on a bridge crossing the Yellowstone River when the span collapsed and several tanker cars landed in the river. The company says those cars contain molten sulfur and asphalt. Montana Rail Links says no one was hurt in the incident. Workers are still assessing the damage and the potential environmental impact the derailment may have caused. An investigation is underway to figure out what happened. And today marks 2 years since 98 people were killed when the Champlain Towers south in Surfside, Florida collapsed. This morning, a remembrance was held for the victims where family members, survivors, state and local officials paid their respects. Overnight, a somber torch lighting ceremony took place around 1 a.m., the exact moment the collapse happened. The tribute to those lost are happening amidst the backdrop of a federal investigation into what caused the building to collapse on June 24, 2021. Earlier this month, investigators said their preliminary findings point to flaws in the building's design and construction, specifically a pool deck that seemed unable to withstand the weight.
And the question would be, is it a column that supported the pool deck, or is it the pool deck itself, right? Those are two different things.
Last year, survivors and victims' families reached a nearly $1 billion settlement in a class action lawsuit over the collapse, and the much debated future of the site is now settled. The land was sold to a Dubai developer for $120 million to build a new condo building. The families are pushing for a permanent memorial in Surfside. Well, still ahead here at 10, you don't need to be a lumberjack to get on a log and roll. And as you'll find out, the sport is not as easy as it may look. Plus, cast your lines as the Wisconsin Youth Muskie Championship hit the waters today. We'll look at how much luck participants had on Lake Wabisa.
The Chevy RS family of SUVs has it all. Whether you want the 10.2-inch diagonal color touchscreen on the Chevy Blazer or extra peace of mind with Chevy Safety Assist standard on the 2023 Chevy family of SUVs. So take your pick. The choice is yours. Spring into adventure and get 1.9% financing on select popular Chevy SUVs when you finance with GM Financial. Plus, make no monthly payments for 90 days. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Attention, Wisconsin veterans.
I'm Tony Evers, the governor of Wisconsin. If you are a veteran struggling to pay for rent, utilities, or other life-sustaining services, I want you to know that the Veterans Rental Assistance Program is here to help. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin with benefit approvals being issued to veterans in just days, not months. You have already made a most noble sacrifice. You shouldn't have to continue doing so. We are here to support you. With pride in the way, it's never easy to ask for assistance, but rest assured we are here to help. The VRAP team is standing by to help. So call 833-WISC-VRAP or visit VRAPWI.com. You've always been there for us. We want you to know that we're here for you. On behalf of the state of Wisconsin, thank you.
Talk about fireworks. Check out these offers during the 4th of July sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Save up to $300 on our Denver Mattress brand lineup, like the Factory Direct Summit, now only $299.99. Purchase a Tempur-Pedic and score a $300 gift. Plus, 5 years no interest and free shipping. It's the 4th of July sale, on now at Denver Mattress.
At Papa Murphy's, we do more than just pizza. We do calzones.
Papa Murphy's does calzones?
Oh, I think you mean I do the calzones.
And how do you do it, Dad?
How do I do it? How do I do it?
Oh, well, we do it with fresh ingredients and hand-shredded cheese tucked in a scratch-made dough.
That's how, honey.
At Papa Murphy's, we make great pizza.
Hey, don't forget the calzones.
Order now at papamurphys.com.
Wednesday morning, we're live at the Capitol Square, gearing up to kick off the celebration of 40 years of Concerts on the Square. Plus, we'll introduce you to a performer who's been playing since day one. Join us on the square starting at 4:30 a.m.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Well, Dane County is full of fun summer events, but a unique tradition rolled through Madison again this weekend. The Midwest Log Rolling Championship filled the waters of Wingrove Park today. Money raised by the competition will go directly to research and care for Huntington's disease. Six-time world champion and Madison local Shauna Verstappen lost her mother to the neurological brain disorder, and competitors say it takes a lot more than just some fancy footwork to stay up on that log.
Without touching, you're using your footwork, your endurance, your leg strength, your core strength, your balance, and you're trying to get your opponent in the water 3 times, and when you do, you win the match.
There you go. Verstappen says the sport is for everyone. Division started at under 7 and went all the way up to the elite level. Wisconsin log rolling in particular has rollers as young as 4 and as old as 75. For even more water sports, competitors hit Lake Waubesa this morning to cast their lines in the Wisconsin Youth Muskie Championship. The event was free to all youth under 18 with prizes for all participants. Even with those prizes, the organizers say the point is just to get out there and have a good time fishing.
Well, I'm just really grateful as a mom. You want your kid to have all those opportunities. So the volunteers that we hear were fabulous today, and that they were willing to take a whole half day of their Saturday and use their nice gear for my little boy to have this memorable moment.
Lake Waubesa's 2,000 acres of waterhouse, weed lines, and rock piles make it prime for muskie fishing. Jacob, you rather roll a log or ride an elephant?
Probably ride an elephant.
Yeah.
I feel like that'd be kind of cool, especially with the view. I mean, it's not terribly taller, but I feel like it would be kind of fun. Now, if we look at the next couple of days, we are going to see those showers and storms, which have already begun tonight, and it's also going to really bring those temperatures down for tomorrow and Monday. But then throughout much of next week, the temperatures aren't going to rise a ton. It'll be much more seasonal than it was this week, especially how warm it's been the last couple of days. This is the current radar, still seeing some showers really across all of Dane County, with the heaviest being to the south right now, moving through Monroe and then eventually making its way to Janesville. No severe thunderstorm warnings in southern Wisconsin at this moment. I would be surprised if we see another one fire up, but we do see some more rain popping up around Dubuque and Platteville. Maybe some more storms could fire up, but overall, we're not expected to see a huge severe weather outbreak, but there is some severe thunderstorm warnings to the south of us across northern Illinois. That's where the most severe weather will occur. Throughout the night, we aren't going to see a ton of rainfall tonight after this initial round moves through, but we are going to continue to see some widespread showers and possibly even some more storms, especially during the afternoon and evening tomorrow. The threat of rain will really be there throughout much of the day, but it will be on and off as parts of the day will be relatively dry. But more rain threat will continue for Monday as well, as we're going to continue to see these scattered showers. But by the time we get to Monday, most of the rain will be relatively light, and for the most part, it'll be a hit or miss depending on where the showers and storms fire up. And then by Tuesday morning, much of our area is going to be dry. As far as precipitation goes, we could see up to an inch of rainfall. But, some of these amounts may be a little bit less depending on, just if these showers and storms don't really form as expected tomorrow. But for the most part, a lot of this could be a hit or miss during the daytime, Sunday and Monday. But the rain threat will be there nonetheless, and what we're seeing right now, much needed rainfall in general. Low temperatures tonight will be in the mid-60s with scattered showers and storms, and then for tomorrow, we are going to see much cooler temperatures, more showers and storms. The rain won't be quite as heavy tomorrow, and there's also not expected to be a severe weather threat tomorrow, but highs are only going to be in the 70s, possibly even 60s for some locations. And for Monday, it may even be cooler with highs in the lower 70s. And we also are going to see some breezy weather, so it will be borderline chilly the next couple of days, especially considering how our bodies are now used to temperatures in the upper 80s and even lower 90s. After Monday, we'll rise back into around 80 degrees for Tuesday, and then much of next week, really all of next week, high temperatures are going to be right around 80 degrees, so they're not going to be warming up too much. And we also do have some small chances of rain throughout next week, with the greatest chance being on Friday. But starting Wednesday night and lasting through Saturday morning, we could see some more rainfall. It doesn't appear to be quite as heavy as the rain we'll see tonight through Monday. But nonetheless, those temperatures are going to stay very comfortable next week. And then we'll see the temperatures rise back into the mid to upper 80s by the beginning of the following week. So nonetheless, much needed rainfall tonight. You know, I'm very much looking forward to that. Probably won't completely cancel the drought, but at the very least, I'm guessing it will stall the drought where I don't expect us to get worse for the next monitor, which releases every Thursday.
Thanks so much, Jacob. And next tonight, Lila Sherry, a 21-year-old woman from right here in Madison, has been crowned as this year's Miss Wisconsin 2023. She was among a field of 25 candidates representing their communities across the state. Competing at Miss South Central, she receives more than $12,000 in scholarships, along with other gifts and awards, and has the opportunity to compete for the title of Miss America 2024. A 2022 grad from the UW-Madison, she earned her degree in journalism and mass communications. And are you passionate about your favorite spots in your local community? Make sure to vote in Madison Magazine's Best of Madison poll before the deadline next Friday. Up to 6 finalists have already been selected for each category, ranging from best bar food to best bike shop. Voting is only open until Friday, so don't wait to help make sure your local spot gets the recognition it deserves. And if you don't live right in Madison, don't worry. All of Dane County and some neighboring counties are included in voting. To vote, head over to our website, channel3000.com. And still ahead, a pair of Wisconsin brothers are headed to the NBA. What they say about their journey next in Sports with Andrew.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Attention, Wisconsin veterans.
I'm Tony Evers, the Governor of Wisconsin. If you are a veteran struggling to pay for rent, utilities, or other life-sustaining services, I want you to know that the Veterans Rental Assistance Program is here to help. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin, with benefit approvals being issued to veterans in just days, not months. You have already made a most noble sacrifice. You shouldn't have to continue doing so. We are here to support you. With pride in the way, it's never easy to ask for assistance, but rest assured we are here to help. The VRAP team is standing by to help. So call 833-WISC-VRAP or visit VRAPWI.com. You've always been there for us. We want you to know that we're here for you. On behalf of the state of Wisconsin, thank you.
This is how legends are.
2024 Chevy Silverado HD with Duramax diesel. And the Chevy Silverado with powerful TurboMax engine. No matter what route you take, there's a Chevy truck to get you there. Find new roads. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 LT TurboMax pickups, or current Chevy owners get a $5,750 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Attention, Wisconsin veterans.
I'm Tony Evers, the Governor of Wisconsin. If you are a veteran struggling to pay for rent, utilities, or other life-sustaining services, I want you to know that the Veterans Rental Assistance Program is here to help. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin, with benefit approvals being issued to veterans in just days, not months. You have already made a most noble sacrifice. You shouldn't have to continue doing so. We are here to support you. With pride in the way, it's never easy to ask for assistance, but rest assured we are here to help. The VRAP team is standing by to help. So call 833-WISC-VRAP or visit VRAPWI.com. You've always been there for us. We want you to know that we're here for you. On behalf of the state of Wisconsin, thank you.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2023. Vote online today for the Del Bar for Best Supper Club, Best Steakhouse, Best Destination Restaurant, and Best Upscale Dining. Vote for the Del Bar today on MadisonMagazine.com. Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2023. Vote for the Best of Madison online today, including Mosquito Squad for Best Pest Control. Mosquito Squad of South Central Wisconsin, from dawn to past dusk. You decide when it's time to go inside.
We are exactly 70 days away from Wisconsin football, and the Stars were showing out on the field today, just not on the football field. Braylon Allen held his second annual charity softball game today this afternoon in his hometown of Fond du Lac. Now, the Badgers hit their bombs in the home run derby before the game, and then the offense and defense faced off against each other. The Stars put on a good show for a good cause, with the game's proceeds going to local youth sports charities.
It's amazing just to be able to have this opportunity to even, do something like this with my name on it, something that goes towards charity. It's a blessing. Definitely excited to beat the defense again this year. Very thankful for all my teammates that came out, and just a great day, like you said, to give back to the community that gave so much to me.
Staying on the diamond, Game 1 of the College World Series final was electric. Took 11 innings to get a winner. Cade Beloso in the top of the 11th hit this bomb to put his LSU Tigers over the top. They take this one 4-2 the final. Game 2 tomorrow. If you're like me and you're wondering, why can't we get in on this college baseball fun? Well, Wisconsin got rid of their baseball team in 1991, and naturally, people want it back. Gavin Lux, an MLB player from Kenosha, tweeted today that if he had the chance, he might have chosen UW over the MLB draft. UW hoop star Connor Esesian's been lobbying for it too, and even a Badgers receiver, C.J. Williams, today said he'd try out for the team. For what it's worth, I think it's high time Wisconsin stops being the only Big Ten school without a baseball team. Heading to Cleveland, where the Brewers look to take another one from the Guardians. Good start, top first, Rowdy Tellez with a liner to right, and it's dropped. That's probably because that man in right field is not a right fielder. He's a catcher. David Fry unable to make the catch. It would score Christian Yelich. Crew on top 1-0, but Cleveland fought back in the 8th. Andre Jimenez bloops one into center. The Brewers have a blunder of their own, and the Guardians come out victorious. 4-2 the final. Last year, there were 13 sets of brothers in the NBA. Next year, a pair of Stevens Point natives hope it'll be 14 sets of brothers. Sam Hauser just finished his rookie NBA season for the Boston Celtics, and his younger brother, Joey, just signed a two-way contract with the Utah Jazz on Friday. They're ready to introduce the NBA to the Wisconsin way.
We have the same agent, so my agent can tell teams like, hey, look what his older brother's doing in the NBA. Just being there, being my brother, being there for me. I don't know how many pairs of brothers exactly there are in the NBA, but it's not many, and it's pretty rare territory, so I think it's really special, and whenever we match up, that'll be a moment we will never forget, for sure.
There you go. How would you feel playing against, I don't know if you have any siblings, but a cousin or something?
Yeah, I think my brother and I would put on quite a show in the sense that we would probably get into an argument, and it would be entertaining to fans. But no, that would be incredible, man. I mean, that would be even when I was 12 years old, I still remember playing against my brother in baseball. So to do it at that level, I mean, come on, would be incredible.
Definitely would be. Thanks so much, Andrew. We'll be right back with a final check of your first WARN forecast.
Hy-Vee's Mega Produce Sale this Friday through Sunday. 2 pounds of strawberries, just $3.68. Prima peaches or nectarines, just $1.99 a pound. And red seedless grapes, only $1.88 a pound. Only at Hy-Vee.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2023. Vote online today for Don's Home Furniture and Best Furniture, Best Home Accessories, and Best Outdoor Living. Vote for Don's Home Furniture Best of Madison at madisonmagazine.com.
Ruggability. We straight made that word up. How else to describe the otherwise indescribable, rugged, capable, incredible versatility and affordability of a Honda SUV? Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com calls Honda the best value brand. Car and Driver calls Honda the winningest brand in 10 best history. But we like ruggability, and you'll like the incredifantabulous deals, so see your Wisconsin Heartland Honda dealer today. Honda gets Wisconsin.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2023. Vote online today for the Buckingham Inn for Best Bed and Breakfast, service and style near the UW-Madison campus. Vote today for the Buckingham Inn and all your favorites on madisonmagazine.com.
I had a lot of bad days with gout, but that one took the wedding cake. Even with medicine, my uric acid was still too high to stop painful gout buildup. Then a gout specialist told me about Cristexa.
Cristexa is a prescription medicine for adults with gout whose symptoms are not controlled by other gout medicines.
I learned Cristexa quickly starts working to break down gout buildup.
Krystexxa is an infused medicine. Serious life-threatening allergic reactions can occur while taking Krystexxa. Tell your doctor right away if you have symptoms such as shortness of breath, trouble breathing, dizziness, itching, or swelling of the throat or tongue. Krystexxa is not recommended if you have high levels of uric acid without a history of gout. Do not take Krystexxa if you have a rare disorder called G6PD deficiency or favism. Before receiving Krystexxa, tell your doctor if you have a history of heart problems and all the medicines you take. Krystexxa may cause gout flare-ups, allergic reactions, nausea, bruising, sore throat, constipation, chest pain, and vomiting.
I received Krystexxa for about 6 months. Now I'm in control, not gout.
Find a doctor who specializes in gout at goutdocnow.com.
Congratulations to Madison Magazine for earning 9 awards in the Milwaukee Press Club Excellence in Wisconsin Journalism Competition, including top honors for Best Single Story or Feature Design and Best Feature Photograph. Experience Madison like an insider with tips and tricks from Madison Magazine. Explore secret hangouts and scenic gems. Uncover hidden history. Score off-menu favorites and more. Madison Magazine, online and on newsstands now.
It's Hy-Vee's Mega Produce Sale this Friday through Sunday. Basket and bushel red cherries, just $2.99 a pound. Dole chopped or premium salad kits, 2 for just $7. And candy cantaloupe, only $1.99 each. Only at Hy-Vee.
Call for action only on News 3 Now.
Finally tonight, an unusual sight in the New York City subway as Pizza Hut delivered hot pies to select customers waiting for the train. It was part of a promotion for the upcoming Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies coming out in August. Pizza Hut has a 30-year history with the pizza-loving turtles. I remember seeing the first movie where he took it from the sewer, and he was like, "You're 30 minutes late, man. It's free," or something. Yeah.
Unbelievable. And can you imagine just waiting for the subway and just being handed a pizza? I mean...
The rats can get delivery now.
That's true.
Oh,
that is very true.
There we go. Not a great...
That made it sound very unappetizing.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to eat anything in a subway, let alone
especially the New York subway.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, let's take one look at the radar. We are still seeing that rain across the central portion of the state. The heaviest is to the south of Madison. No severe thunderstorms in Wisconsin, but there is some in northern Illinois. And temperatures are going to be a lot cooler after the rain. And the rain will also continue for Sunday and Monday. Highs will only peak around 80 degrees for all of next week. I'm going to enjoy the cool weather. I don't know what you guys like, but 80 is perfect for me.
I'm going to get some pizzas. Cowabunga, have a great night.